12:40 a.m. WSBC. Welcome back, folks, to another week of the Hooley Radio Hour. This show is presented to you by Fox's Beverly Pizza, the one in Orland Park.
And Frankfurt.
That's
correct.
Fox's, the finest thin crust pizza on Chicago's south suburb side.
Yeah.
Flood Brothers Disposal. Everybody's got garbage problems.
Yes.
Especially around the holidays. You got all that stuff, all that wrapping paper and broken hearts and booze bottles and everything else that's been thrown out on the curb.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to come pick it up. Mm-hmm. Why not be the Flood Brothers? Madden Funds.
Yes.
Got any money after Christmas? Hit the lotto, hit Powerball. Powerball's big right now. Hit Powerball. Boom. You call Mike or Dan Madden. They'll work it out for you.
Yes.
Put it to good use.
Yes,
Make sure you're taken care of. And Guinness Irish Stout. Guinness is good for you. My name is Patty Houlihan. I'll be your host all hour. Joining me as always to my left, twin brother Billy. Billy,
what's
hi.
happening? Good to be here.
How's your week going?
We're almost there, my friend.
This is the Christmas episode, I guess we would call this one, because we're not going to have another one until after Christmas.
Yes.
And I called you today. You seem very stressed out about the whole situation.
Read, I don't know. There's something about the holidays with me. Oh, I flipped the switch right around, as soon as around Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas Eve, then I start to kind of be like, all right. Okay,
now I'm ready. The night before, you wait that long. No Christmas shopping until then?
I haven't done any yet this year. No,
me neither.
No.
It came so fast. It
really did.
Blinded me.
Maybe it's because we haven't had any snow or anything here. It's been weird.
Yeah, that's part of it. It hasn't been Christmassy out. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's been out. I'm not complaining. I like this weather. No snow. That's fine with me.
I would also say maybe some of it has to do with the media and the news cycle as well, because it's so chaotic with what's going on in the world that all of a sudden you get caught up reading it and you're going, and they go, hey, it's Christmas tomorrow. And you go, whoa, what? I don't even feel like I've seen much Christmassy stuff this year. Christmas is, I feel like it's fall. I mean, I'm not a big consumer of television much anymore. Everything happens on my phone or my tablet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll lay on my couch and watch TV and just look at my phone while the TV's just playing in the background. I think a lot of America does that. Yeah. Or else I'm just a complete moron, which could also be the issue. I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure that out myself.
You're an energy waster.
No. I think I'm distracted, Getting back to what I was saying, which was what, Bill?
Christmas?
Thank
you.
The
spirit of it?
Yes. I was saying I haven't seen much. It doesn't feel like Christmas is coming. Not to me.
Well, it'll be here. It'll be here on Monday.
It's going to be here on Monday.
It's coming whether you like it or not, my friend.
Do you have any Christmas wishes for yourself? Have you what's everybody every year? Yeah. Do you think that it's I think everyone
same as it always.
Everybody privately has a couple $100 million. Got a Christmas wish? Couple $100 million. Illinois Lottery, 4.35 million of unclaimed Lucky Day Lotto Powerball tickets are eligible. Thank you for the note, Mike, and hashtag Illinois Lotto.
Wow, we just gave them a free plug.
That'll make your Christmas. Nice big money kick.
No, I check my lotto numbers religiously, so I don't have that problem as the guy. I've never been that guy. Have you ever lost a lotto ticket and it drove you nuts?
Have I ever lost a lotto ticket and thought, I think that was the one that won?
Yeah. You're like, oh, man.
Not since my drinking days, but yeah, you get the paranoia of
now
that.
You can, because of the online, you can just go immediately and be like, oh, where was it sold? Oh, I didn't buy it there.
The only guys that have the paranoia of that are guys who really need to hit the lotto, right? They're like, I lost a ticket, it's killing me. I think if you're a millionaire, you're like, I lost a ticket, whatever, who cares? But if you're sitting around, if you're a degenerate player and you play a lot, I'm not saying degenerate. If you're
no,
if you're a loyal player, hyper loyal even. I think then you have that freak out. Yeah, I've had the freak out. You're not that loyal? Is that what you just said?
No, I used to be an everyday guy. Lucky Day every day I was playing it. Yeah. Now I'm like, I'll wait till it gets over $500,000.
Yeah. No, it just doesn't matter. I think it's random, dude.
I did play Pick 4 for the first time in it had to have been months. And as soon as I play it, the numbers that I normally would play. Yeah. This is probably what everybody says.
Is your
numbers I normally play.
This is your Christmas dream for the week?
Yeah. 23-25 came in. I was like, oh, no, 25-23.
And why do you play those
actually,
numbers?
Actually, it was 20-23 with the Fireball, which was 5. So you could have gotten...
You're one of those guys? You're one of the guys who goes, 20-20 Fireball. Pick you're just firing numbers out now?
No, I
used to just be the quick pick guy. Now you're
I
the
do
guy.
my basketball number in Jordan, or I'll do birthdays, like mom and your daughters.
Yeah,
You know,
I have a
like-
note from Mike.
What's that?
He says, "Do you believe in giving scratch offs to family members as
All right,
Christmas gifts?"
That's another thing that we've. No, I mean yes and no.
You don't believe in giving scratchies to
No,
the family?
What kind of family are you dealing with? Would
Your loved ones.
I
What
know,
other-
but would you give it to a scratchy to an uncle who might, win $1 million and say no one's getting $1 but me and my kids?
So that's your paranoia.
You know?
You're like, I don't like giving scratchies because then
A
somebody in my
coworker? No, I've never given a coworker scratch offs.
yeah, because you're like that's destined for me, and I gave it to that
If
guy.
I purchased the ticket, I'm the real winner.
Yeah, how
Okay.
often does that happen where the guy's like Merry Christmas and the guy whacks it for like 40 grand or 100 grand or whatever?
We'd have to ask the police. I'm sure it's happened.
Oh, we'd have to the police. We're getting them involved now.
I bought that ticket. I wasn't expecting you to win.
Of course, that's the whole.
At Christmas, and then the knives come out.
You got
You know,
You're right.
I want the ticket back.
A lot of guys like
We're burning down the Christmas tree right now. I want it
some
up.
guy with just red Merlot mouth. What? You won? I want 20 grand right now.
Yeah, no,
That's like the.
But I would have been like, if I got it from and if I won that kind of money, I would have been like, gone in the bathroom and been like, oh, I just won. Don't tell yet.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, Christmas is over. Bye.
I gotta go to the bar.
Guess
I'll
what,
be back
guys?
later, guys.
I accidentally pooed my pants. It's embarrassing, but I have to leave. You go home and you go, yeah. You don't tell a soul.
Oh, you blame that you would lose. How you would.
Because, well, I'm not blaming anything. I know this much at this point in my life. If I pop something like that, surprisingly, for a few hundred grand or a few million, I might.
You might lose it.
I might lose it.
Bodily control.
Yeah, my body. I just go, I can't believe what just happened. Oh my God. What a mistake. I got to go. I won lotto.
I mean, like, no, take a shower. We'll get you some pants. I would have been pampering you just to be like, can we get some of that dough?
You're the nice,
Don't worry about it. How
you're
much
the
did you
nice
win?
uncle. Wait, what happened? You put your pants? You didn't win that thing, did you? Come on. I got a shower for you. It's all ready.
Right.
Listen, I'm about 6 months behind in the mortgage.
Can you give me some action here?
Right. I understand your pain. Where your thought process is not your pain, but
That was a good question, Mike, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I get, with my inner family members, I would share it. It gets a little dicey when we're talking about like second and third cousins or,
because if you win
Joe Dokes across the street who I've known for 30 years. Now all of a sudden.
Now here's the other thing. If you get a scratchy for Christmas, because everyone's going to get one in their stocking, they're very popular stocking stuffers, get the 5s, the 10s, the 25 for life or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are nice, like, do you want a candy bar and a chapstick, or do you want the chance to win 250 G's or something like that?
I want the chance to win 250
Now,
grand.
what I'm saying is this. Do you scratch it off in front of everybody?
No, that's what I said.
Do you have to? Is it poor etiquette to not scratch off in front of everybody?
Wow, that's a good question. Everyone's like,
or are you the guy who gets it for Christmas and goes, oh, cool, thanks, and everyone's like, well, aren't you gonna check if you won? Not in front of you guys, no. And Mike has it. If it's in a card, Mike's note is that if you get it in a card, then you don't have to scratch it in front of everybody.
correct. I think that's probably
Fair
the way
play.
to do it.
So that's the lotto etiquette right there. Lotto Christmas etiquette. If
If
you
it's
get
in a
the scratchy in a card, then you don't have to open it in
But
front
if
of
it's in a stocking,
But if you get it out in the open and someone just goes, "Here you go," you got to scratch right in front of everybody. And maybe you got to share the win.
would you be this guy
Maybe
though?
you can't scratch in front of everybody,
You ever seen this
win,
guy?
and then go, "Cool."
Would you be
I
the
won.
guy? Would you be the guy that would tease everyone and go over every number and scratch that one, or would you just go right to the barcode and onto your phone and start scanning all the barcodes?
Oh yeah,
Would you be that like? Yeah, I don't even want to take the fun out of it. I want to know now.
Well, yeah. You mentioned a thing.
You ever seen those guys?
Yeah, there's a feature on the phone now with the Lotto app that you can just scan. The guy doesn't. People don't. You go into the.
You don't even need to see. Just scan the barcode.
They don't
Is
scan the
winner?
game. Yeah, there's a little the barcode going. It just goes. You are not a winner today. You are
Right.
You know,
Right.
takes the whole fun out of it. Just scratch it off. No, I don't care. I don't want my brain to even logically think about whether I got a pig, a pot of gold, or a star. Okay? Just want to know if I won. One scratch and done.
I guess if you would do those, like with the dollar ones, I would. I'd be like, let me just see the barcodes on these.
All right, fair enough.
But on like the ones that were, the big 25 ones, those are fun. You're like, I'll scratch one row. I'll take 15 minutes off. Maybe I'll come back and scratch another. It's like eating a candy bar. You cut little pieces for yourself. You save them throughout the day. It's 3 o'clock. I guess we got to do scratch for the third row.
Wow.
There's somebody like that in an office somewhere in the loop. There's a guy who works for the city.
He wants to keep the suspense alive for himself because it's really all he has to live for throughout the day.
He's that bored.
Yeah,
he's already read the Sun-Times front to back.
Right.
So now he's like, all right, we got to have lunch. And then.
What's your marketing funnel look like? Who cares? I got 2 lines on my scratchy left. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk work. I just want to think about this. Look at the clock and wait until I have to leave.
Well, there's a lot of people thinking about it. And it is Christmas time. And I'd love a scratchy if somebody gave me one for Christmas. I'm not complaining.
I know what to get you now. $2 scratchy. Bada bing. I took care of it.
Whoa.
Because that gift is essentially priceless until after scratched. Almost.
But how would you feel, though? If honestly, like if you gave that to me, a $2 scratch off, and I won $100,000, would you say,
I'd be thrilled for you.
Yes, you would.
Would I be like Uncle Frank in Home Alone? Be like, what about my cut? Or something like that. No, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ask for it right away.
Uncle Frank in Home Alone. I forgot about that guy.
I would say I saw a picture of that guy the other day. I get a lot of the scrolls, on the Facebook and stuff. The algorithm throws things at me. It's been throwing a lot of Home Alone stuff at me lately.
Are they doing
That's
because
it's Christmas time. So
isn't there a new Home Alone, or am I crazy? Or this was like an AI thing they made.
There's an AI Home Alone?
No, like Kevin McAllister.
That's the name of the movie,
No,
AI
I'm not
Home
kidding
Alone.
you. Macaulay Culkin, I thought, was they're doing a new Home Alone. Am I crazy, or was I just watching something that was made up on the internet?
Well, I could.
No, they had like the guy who played his chubby brother Buzz. Like he was in it.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
a police officer.
He's in Little Monsters too. He's the kid who eats the bologna sandwich with pee on it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I don't like you, Fred Savage. Like he played the bully. I think it's the same actor. Same actor who played Buzz from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Siri, who played Buzz from Home Alone? Does he like lotto tickets?
Who would win in a fight, Macaulay Culkin or Fred Savage?
Oh, Savage. Savage is savage, dude. Get savage on Culkin.
I think Culkin's been down some dark alleys in his times.
Okay, so
He's got some anger. He hated his parents.
All right.
Like he's just like like he's got some hate in him. Michael Jackson reminds him of just, pisses him off probably. Who knows?
Dude, I thought we were talking about Christmas, man. Now we're talking about Macaulay Culkin's soul. Mother.
Well, there's a lot of people that care about Kevin McAllister's soul.
Fair enough. It is Christmas. I get it. All right. You know where you can have a fun time?
Where?
Fox's Fox's Pizza in
Orland Park in Frankfurt. Whoa.
Those are the specific two.
Yes.
This show is presented by Fox's Pizza. More Hooley's Hooley after these.
Chicago Southsiders have always known where to get the best pizza. For over a half-century, the Fox family has been creating that delicious thin crust za that your mouth will tell you, this can only be Fox's. It's a Chicago Beverly neighborhood institution at 99th and Western, as well as in South Suburban Orland Park, where they combine delicious food with an Irish pub ambiance. Fox's is owned by Tom and Frank Fox, whose parents, Frank and Therese, bought the Western Avenue location from Al Capone's sister back in 1964. The Fox family opened the doors to their Orland Park location in 1973 at 143rd and Ravinia Avenue. Chicagoans will recognize the stone turrets of their Irish castle, where great times have been celebrated for generations. Fox's is perfect for the whole family, pickup or delivery, or you can dine in, relax, and have a cocktail with your dinner. Whether it's steak, ribs, chicken, or especially pizza, it's all good. Having a party? Fox's also does catering. Call Fox's in Chicago's Beverly neighborhood at 773-239-3212 or in South Suburban Orland Park at 708-349-2111. Mention this show for a free toothpick.
Flood Brothers Disposal was started over 90 years ago by their grandfather. With more than 20 family members still involved with the day-to-day operations, the Floods are service-oriented and believe that the right way is the only way to do something. Flood Brothers is price competitive and still offers the personal touch in an industry-trending corporate. For client-centric service without all the corporate garbage, call Flood Brothers today for a quote on your solid waste, recycling, and yard waste collection services. Call Bob Flood today at 630-261-0400 or go online at floodbrothersdisposal.com.
With a history going all the way back to 1896, the International Union of Operating Engineers has continued to protect workers and their families with loyalty and brotherhood. Local 150 has continued to thrive through economic booms and busts with careful training and aggressive organizing. Under the leadership of President and Business Manager Jim Sweeney, Local 150 has implemented programs and action plans to create work, protect benefits, and keep members working. And they've been helping the Irish American community of Chicagoland for just as long. The Hibernian Radio Show is proud to be associated with Jim Sweeney and Local 150, and we salute the continuing efforts of the International Union of Operating Engineers and their support of Irish and Irish American families now and in the future. Thanks to Local 150.
Hey listeners, I know we don't talk about finance much on this show, outside maybe the amazing Bitcoin the Musical, which we currently have in development. But I do want to take a moment and tell you about two brothers who make this show possible and why you should consider having an honest conversation with them about the future of your finances. Mike and Dan Madden are the brains behind Madden Funds. They've been lifelong friends to Bill Clay and me, and we entrust the Maddens with our money and the precious donations of our listeners so we don't let outrageous ideas get the best of us. And you should too. Do yourself a favor and reach out to Dan or Mike Madden today to book a consultation on the future of your finances. If you have questions about your financial future or current situation, give them a call. The number is 708-848-3200. Again, that number is 708-848-3200. Or you can visit their website, Madden Funds, at www.maddenfunds.com. Again, www.maddenfunds.com. And we're back. Hooley's Hooley. Thanks for being our holiday episode. Holiday episode, I guess. Christmas episode. We've talked about the holidays quite a bit. We miss Clay.
Yeah.
Who's usually on the program with us. He's coming back soon, though, folks. So get excited for him. And if you've been enjoying the episode so far, you can find all of our archives. You go to hibernianradio.org or search for us at iTunes at Hooley's Hooley Show. Bill, we were talking scratchies.
Yes.
Before the break. Sure. It's a good Christmas gift. And, thank you, Mike. Devin Rattray played Buzz from Home Alone. Am I saying that right? Rattray?
Rattray?
Devin
Rattray.
You know, my cousin grew up with Devin Rattray. He played Buzz in Home Alone. I don't know why I made the guy Southern.
I don't know.
But he is.
His father, we haven't done this in a while, Mike, we haven't talked about celebrity dads. His dad's name is Peter, like St. Peter Rattray.
Peter Rattray is the father of Devin Rattray, who played Buzz on Home Alone.
Yeah, so
Hooley's Hooley, topic of the week. Quiz question, answer of the week.
Merry Christmas to the Rattrays.
Merry Christmas and a happy holidays and New Year to the Rattrays.
Hopefully they're not exchanging scratch-offs.
Hopefully not, but they could be, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
At all. Unless you're the evil uncle who scratches the bottom of the barcode for us and checks them and then puts them in the stocking.
Yeah, we talked about that at the break a little bit. About if you were scanning the bottom, like you could just
if you did a real devious, evil Christmas gift you could give to a non-lottery player,
like a real clean scratch, where all the everything else hasn't been touched.
You can forge lotto tickets for your relatives.
You could put them in their stockings, and maybe do
your due diligence beforehand to make sure it's not a winner.
There'd be that. Everybody's always got that aunt that's like, these are bogus, trying to pull our wools all. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, you mean talking to the
aunt? You give me like your little cousin, and she's, there's always probably the relative too that's like a little kid gets scratch offs, and the parents like, I'll hold these for you.
Oh yeah,
they go in the bathroom and scratch them.
I've stopped. Terrible? You bring that up. I've stopped doing that to my kids, where like they would get money for Christmas, and I go, I'll hold it so you don't lose it. Right now, my kids are like, no, you won't hold it. Like, I'll be hiding this somewhere in the house, you know? And not to say that I was the guy who's like, you know, but and people give young kids elaborate amounts of money and stuff now. It's like, what's an 11-year-old kid going to do with like $5 or $6? Yeah, $1,000. I'm like, hey, my kid just got $1,000 for Christmas. I'm out 2 G's. Like, what's going on? I got a pair of socks, a scratchy that somebody already scratched, you know, a 12-pack of, you know, Guinness. Like, I got to get, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking of that. Like, people are like, what do you want this year? I'm like, nothing. I want everybody else to be happy. I'd rather have it to be a giving Christmas on my end.
Yeah, I don't look for anything anymore around Christmas time. I don't expect it.
I don't either.
Not that I should. Nobody should. It's not what it's about. You're supposed to give.
Agreed.
You know, I'm happy with small little. I'm a hard guy to shop for. You know that.
Oh yeah, well.
Scratch offs would be a good gift for me. Actually.
You know what would be a great gift for me? Like $1,000 gift certificate to Goodwill, because it would be like worth like 5 G's in my money. Like I'd be like, oh, this is gonna last a long time. I'm gonna go hunting.
What about a
thrifting on this?
What about like an automotive shop? Because I know that you've got some car trouble again.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Mike has a great note. Underwear for everybody.
Yeah, like
$1,000 Goodwill. We're never paying for underwear ever again. That just bought us a lifetime supply of undergarments. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hashtag Goodwill. Can't get an episode of this show without mentioning Goodwill Industries.
No.
Whom I believe probably don't like us at this point. Like, I put a thing out on LinkedIn because we've been experimenting a bit with like putting stories and putting the show on video together. Now, I put it out. I hashtagged them because we were doing a bit about Goodwill hunting or something. I hashtagged them in my LinkedIn post.
They blocked you.
And because I said at the end of like my button on the joke was a joke about Minnie Driver that they probably didn't appreciate. Mm-hmm. But anyway, all of a sudden, I thought it was really funny. It was like a good button. I was like, who cares? Put it up. And then they untagged me. And they were like, no.
Oh.
Which you think would think, oh, well, maybe I'm bringing them good PR. Maybe they don't want my PR. They probably don't. You know what? Still love them. Still love them. Give you a smooch. Goodwill.
It's like they're like a girlfriend that you just keep calling over and over again, even though she's just a mean person that puts out a little bit, right? Every now and then.
Wow.
Is that what we're going to think about here?
Yeah, Goodwill's just like that mean ex-girlfriend who still puts out a little bit, isn't it? Yes, Bill. You're right on target. Like where your brain is. Sure, we can make that analogy.
Sorry.
Hey, man, you know, I went to they had a thing at my kid's school today.
Oh, yeah, a little Christmas concert or something?
Yeah, it wasn't a Christmas concert at all. It was like they were kind of like the Wax Museum exhibit, you know?
What?
And I was like, what do you mean Wax Museum? There was nothing Wax Museum about the exhibit at all, but it was a situation where they take my son's 3rd grade class, and they all dress up as historical figures, and you walk around their classroom, and each kid has a station, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's a different historical figure.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And they talk about what that person did in history, and all the parents come and walk around and try to, and they listen to the kids. It's great. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know that much about it. I didn't know, but I did know that Mike was like, oh, I'm Harriet Tubman, all right? And I was like, wait, you're Harriet Tubman, dude? And he was like, yes. And he was very enthusiastic about telling me all about, you know, and he was like, do you know who she was? And I was like, yeah. He was like, she was amazing. You know, and I was like, yes, she was. I was thrilled, right?
Yes.
That Mike knew so much about her and that he was interested in a person of history of that stature.
Now, what did he look like? Did he dress up as Harriet Tubman?
Well, as much as you could. Yeah, he had the do-rag on and a shirt, and he didn't know, and Billy Wooten, one of our, there was no blackface involved at all, thank God, right?
Yeah.
But it was funny to me to be in that juxtaposition that my son Mike picks of all people Harriet Tubman, because it didn't really seem funny to me till I got there today and I'm walking around, and like his buddy, like one of his buddies was like, I'm Babe Ruth, you know, and then another guy was like, I'm, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, I can't remember, but like they were all like pop culture kids, people that you would think that like your kid would pick, like Wayne Gretzky, I'm Justin Fields, you know, and I was like, wait, Mike, you just randomly picked Harriet Tubman? Like as a person of history?
I like his style.
It was either Mike, I like it too. It was like either that Mike picked it or he just wasn't paying attention in class and he was like, you're going to be, Mike, you weren't here the day that we selected, and I assign you Harriet Tubman. you know.
Ah, okay.
But I'll have to get to the bottom of it. But it was quite entertaining to watch all the
I mean,
kids.
he's not watching, like, is he watching, like, YouTube videos about Harriet Tubman?
Mike, he's a dude. Remember when he got obsessed with the presidents and he could do all the presidents in like 20, and then he did all the states. He can sing all the states in under a minute. It's nuts. He has these crazy memorization, but he's a history nut, right?
Yeah.
But it was fun to walk around the room and see all these kids give their, their impressions, or they get into the character. They get into it, man.
People were doing voices?
Yeah, I mean, I think they want to. I'm like, so Mike has a note up. Thank you, Mike. The Wax Museum Project is where students research one historical figure from history. I can't read that right there, Mike. You can tie in your social studies standards as well. Okay, the students read about a person, research the person, and fill out a notes organizer, write an informative essay, and present a speech to the class. The speech consists of pretending to be the person and even dressing up like them. So there you go. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Wax Museum Project at school today. Pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it might be fun to do a wax museum project at every corporate company in America.
That'd be outstanding.
Like maybe Elon says tomorrow at Twitter headquarters or X headquarters, the Wax Museum Project. Everybody's Twitter handle gets to be someone else from history.
Okay.
See how wacky the world goes right there, huh?
Yeah.
Fun, right?
Yeah, but that'd be weird, like in a corporate atmosphere, like people picking like random things.
Well, people would be agonizing instead of doing work. They'd be agonizing for weeks about the political correctness of their wax guy and who they're going to pick and whether it's going to offend anybody or not. And they're going, no, maybe I do this. No.
Mike writes, do you think somebody would do Sir Lawrence Flint?
Dude, if somebody was Larry Flint for the Wax Museum Project at like their company, 401k
Merry
match
Christmas.
right now. We're moving it up.
Hey, everyone, it's Christmas time. I can't do a Flint. Yeah.
Hello, workers of Insurance Company X. I'm Larry Flint. I invented one of the most pornographic magazines in history. And they made a movie about me, and somebody shot me. I was in a wheelchair, and now I died.
I scratch off tickets for everyone.
Right. What a weird thing! Like the CEO is like, I loved your Lawrence Flint wax project. So ballsy of you and funny.
Yeah.
Good for you.
HR would probably block that though.
They can't block anything anymore.
They'd be like,
you
no,
can make a
they'd be
case
like
for it.
his, their character that they're picking, some of his viewpoints don't align with what our company's is, controversial characters in history. Sure.
You guys, for the Wax Museum Project, please, no controversial characters from history. Please.
Right. Like, I mean, you couldn't exactly show up and be Hitler, or somebody like that. They'd be like, no.
On that note, we're at the part of the show where we have to leave our radio listeners.
Already?
But guess what? You can continue on for the second half of the program if you go to Podcast Land.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you have to go to hibernianradio.org or go to Hooley's Hooley Show at iTunes. See you on the other side. Welcome back. Second half of the program. Hooley's Hooley. Thank you for joining
Yes.
us. Christmas episode. Lots of scratchy talking wax museum stuff. Mm-hmm. Here's a weird thing that happened to me. You know, I like to bumble. Sometimes I like to bumble.
You always talk about this, man.
Bring it up. Hashtag bumble. Hashtag bumble.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
All right. Yeah. What happened?
I was bumbling, and I was looking through, and one of the things this is not the first time I've seen this now, and I've been trying to wrap my head around it all week. Mm-hmm. Is if you look at some of these girls' profiles, horse mom. Hi, I'm a horse dog lover, horse mom.
Oh, so she has a horse.
And there's usually pictures of them with their horses.
Oh, she's like an equestrian or some sort.
I don't know, but I don't know what it is. Like horse mom, I get it, but are there any guys out there looking for horse moms?
Cowboys.
Oh, well, cowboys.
She wants to find a cowboy. That's when you write back. If Tom Brady was a cowboy, it'd be me.
If Tom Brady was a cowboy, he'd be me. I think you just wrote a great song. If Tom Brady was a cowboy, he'd be me.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. No, but horse mom, I've just I don't like.
Did you swipe right or left?
What guy thinks he's like, oh, I can compete with that horse? Look at that beautiful thoroughbred. You know? I'm balding on my couch, smoking, looking, horse mom, swipe. No, I can never compare to Mr. Ed. This is ridiculous.
Oh, you mean that she would like the horse more than she would ever like you?
I think that's a given when someone writes horse mom on their profile, that they will like that horse more than they will ever like
priority,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, the horse.
Because most people always say, well, I have children, and my children are my number one priority. So if you're a horse mom, that would mean the horse has all priority over anything.
I would think so, but Mike has a note right here. When someone refers themselves as a horse mom, it goes beyond merely owning a horse. See? It signifies a deep personal connection and commitment to caring for these majestic creatures.
Is she all right?
I got a little verklempt there while I was reading it.
Yeah.
A horse mom is deeply involved in the day-to-day care of her horses, attending to their needs with the same attention and affection a mother would give to her child. Well, there you go. Mm-hmm. A horse mom.
Not this guy. I don't want.
Is there a horse daddy?
Yeah.
Maybe I could be horse daddy.
Horse daddy might mean something else.
I think that's the compliment I send next time I see horse mom on profile.
I'm a horse daddy?
Right, horse daddy here. Ring-a-ding-ding for horse daddy. What do you say we go out to the fields?
I like carrots and oats too.
Nay. So that's a horse mom.
You just go, I'm the horse daddy.
Is there a feature on Bumble yet that allows you to make a video to do something like that? Where you go, or I could just go, I'm a horse daddy, and send it to her as my compliment?
That would be the creepiest thing you could ever do to someone, I think.
Probably. Looking for Mr. Ed.
Looking for Mr. Ed?
That's my tag, yeah.
All
Horse
right,
mom.
so you saw a horse mom.
I saw a horse mom. Here's the thing. She was really hot.
Oh.
And I was like, horse mom? What is that? I can't compare. And there's pictures of her giving little kisses to the horse, like the stable. All right. I hope that I get on the Bravo network with you someday. And I can chug Chardonnay.
Would you kiss a horse?
If it won me thousands of dollars, I would. Yeah,
you gotta
of
be
course,
careful
dude.
around a horse. A horse bite, a horse kick could kill a man. So, a horse bite would hurt a lot. Something fierce.
Horse bite, yeah. Survived horse bite. How many horse bites have you survived, son? You could be.
I would have to be something you'd have to Google. Man bitten by horse. Was it painful? I would imagine very painful.
I would. I'm sure it is, dude. Oh, yeah. I've never been bitten by a horse, but that's been my week. That's what I've been doing to distract myself from the world. Little Bumble, little wax museum with the kids, little lotto shopping, a lot of pacing back and forth, cigarette here and there, and a lot of social media consumption. You hear about this place, the new McDonald's spinoff that everyone's talking, like every single
it's like a gourmet Mickey D's?
McCosmics, Cosmic Mikes, or is just McCosmics? It's just Cosmics.
Cosmics?
Yeah.
Okay. What do they got?
It's like drink. It's like more breakfast centered, I believe.
And do we have them in Chicago already?
Well, this is the first one has opened here in Chicago. It's the only McDonald's spinoff restaurant. It's in Bolingbrook, I believe.
And it's killing it?
Yeah, there's like people are waiting hours to check this place out. It's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Cosmics. McDonald's is creating a spin-off restaurant brand called Cosmics. Mike just has it pulled up. Yeah, it's been all the rage, and I've seen a lot of people on social going and trying it out. It's like I think it's supposed to be like a more gourmet-ish version of what you might get on the McDonald's breakfast menu.
And you're intrigued by this?
Yeah, why not? You know, I'm not like in love with the idea. I think it's an interesting time to launch a new fast food franchise right now. Especially like McDonald's is more expensive than it's ever been. Like Billy, our producer's like, you got to use the app. That's how you get the deal.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to use the app. Like that's them like give us your life and we give you a couple dollars off the cheeseburger, but we want to know where you are, when you are, if you're a horse mom, if you're a fan of Lawrence Flint, if you like scratch offs, if you drink wine. These are the things you must also tell us in order to get your burger. That's what I don't like about it.
Okay, I don't like that either. I've never downloaded the. Maybe I have. I filled out I once.
Maybe I know. Maybe I'll get you a a gift certificate to Cosmics.
Sure. I went to a Burger King once and filled out the survey on the back of my receipt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Brought it back.
Took the time?
Brought it back. Got a free Whopper from it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that
The
was your
lady
lotto
was so
ticket?
confused when I got it. I went up there and she was like, "What?" I'm like, "I need an extra Whopper with cheese on top of what I was ordering." And she's like, and I'm like, "I got this right here. It says if I fill this out, I get." And she goes, "Oh yeah." Like they get piles of them all day long. She probably gets like one every like. And
Yeah.
I was the one guy that filled it out.
That's such a grandpa thing to do. Like, hey, wait a second. Hold up. Save that. Write your name down.
Like you're in sales though, and you're in your car and you're eating fast food every now and then. You will sometimes look at a wrapper and you're like, "Oh, I'll just put off that aside." And then I was like, while I was there, I was like, "Hey, I think I got a Burger King receipt in here that would give me a free cheeseburger."
Imagine the manager at the Burger King if you wrote your name down like Lawrence Flint. And
They wouldn't know.
And the woman's like, okay, and took it. And then the manager 2 hours later is doing the books and he's looking and he goes, Lawrence Flint was here? Oh, man. He wanted a burger?
What time did the guy come in with the receipt? We need to look at the footage.
Check the cameras. I got to see this for myself. I can't believe this happened. I knew a guy who used to do that, who used to play him at a wax museum corporate party every year.
Actually, I think on those things, though, when you go into the back of those, there's like a code. So you do fill it out, and then you go online, and you type in this code that, like, redeems it for you. So, like, when she gets it
Yeah.
or whatever, or, you know, she scans it into her system, it shows, okay, he went and filled out our little survey about whether or not the cheeseburger was good or not.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, how about the Bears blowing another big game? That was kind of a huge downer to watch.
It was, but, you know, better draft pick. Just keep it going, baby. Let me get that #1 pick. That's all I care about at this point. I want them to tank this weekend. They're playing the Cardinals. I hope they lose.
I don't think we will.
I want them to lose the rest of the year. It's over now for me. I don't care. There's no playoffs. There's no possibility of playoffs.
You want to rest everybody and just
they should rest the starters. You should let Fields play, but let him play with just garbage.
Well,
Like DJ Moore, I'd sit him the rest of the year. He's already going to make the Pro Bowl. He's already got 1,000 yards receiving. I'd be like, okay, you can relax.
well, how many games are left? You're going to sit these guys for the next 4 games?
There's 3 games left. I think it's only 3 for the Bears. I think it's just
All
3.
right.
I don't know.
I hate that
wouldn't
the
sit him. I
whole
shouldn't say that.
season has been like we haven't even talked about the team. It's just been about next year. I draft pick next year. Like it's dominated the entire Bears. Like no one's even taken it. If we hadn't, what would we be talking about if we didn't have the draft pick next year? You know, like take that away for a moment.
Playoffs.
I don't know. I think there'd just be a lot more constructive criticism about maybe what's really might be happening with the team rather than looking out this peripheral surface garbage all day. Like Caleb Williams is going to be on the Bears. No, Marvin Harrison's like, how about this? One of those guys could get hit by a truck tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Oh, well, let's
What's
be
going
nice.
on right now within the team? Let's talk about that for a minute. You know?
I don't know.
I think that the players kind of, I think from what I'm gathering from other media sources here in town, is that the players kind of want Fields to stick around. They like him.
I'm not against him sticking around.
All right. Do you think Justin Fields knows who Lawrence Flint is?
Yeah, I think he probably does.
You think he's ever said to like the McCaskey family, like, I'm sorry, it's my performance is all Flint related.
I'm too consumed by his publications to concentrate on the playbook.
Right. As a child, I had a horse mom and a really weird dad who kept a lot of risque reading material around the household, and I apologize for my performance because it was soiled by that and lotto dreams before I got here. Does this make sense to you?
No, not really. Stop smoking.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez. What's the worst Christmas present you've ever had?
Worst Christmas present I ever had?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, I can't remember really. I don't really have one that I was like.
There's not like, one that was chalked anyone up to it. Like it doesn't get any worse than that year. Like that's like your pedestal.
No.
No.
It's not like I looked at the present every year and was evaluating them like this is the worst gift I ever got. Once I got past a certain age, like I don't expect to get anything. So I was like, oh, whatever, cool. Like I'm not going to categorize something as like the worst ever.
Yeah.
Do you have one in mind?
No. I've never really gotten one where I've been like really, like people feel like they deserve things too much. You know what I mean? Like, so like as a kid, you're like, well, that's obviously naughty and nice, But like there is a sense of, because of the commercialization of what happens around Christmas, that some people feel like they're owed this. Like if you grew up in a middle class community your whole life, or an upper middle class or high end, some of those kids feel like it's Christmas. You're supposed to give me this, and I this is mine. Where they probably get gifts where they're like, that was garbage.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ungrateful kids out there, no doubt about it.
When they get the socks and stuff like that, and they throw that. Like, have you gotten a gift like that lately? Where you've been like, ugh.
I guess every gift I got past 30 was kind of like that because it wasn't something that I wanted for myself per se. It's always something that somebody perceived that I might want, right? Like I might have hinted that I said something, about something else 6 months prior, and they're like, look what I got you. And you're like, oh, like, why did you think that I wanted that? Oh, because you mentioned it that one time we were hanging out. Like, oh no, my mind wanders. I'm just insane.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Let's take a commercial break.
Okay.
More Hooley's Houli when we return.
Flood Brothers Disposal was started over 90 years ago by their grandfather. With more than 20 family members still involved with the day-to-day operations, the Floods are service-oriented and believe that the right way is the only way to do something. Flood Brothers is price competitive and still offers the personal touch in an industry-trending corporate. For client-centric service without all the corporate garbage, call Flood Brothers today for a quote on your solid waste, recycling, and yard waste collection services. Call Bob Flood today at 630-261-0400 or go online at floodbrothersdisposal.com.
Chicago Southsiders have always known where to get the best pizza on earth, Fox's Pizza. For over a half-century, the Fox family has been creating that delicious thin crust za that your mouth will tell you, this can only be Fox's. It's a Chicago Beverly neighborhood institution at 99th and Western, as well as in South Suburban Orland Park, where they combine delicious food with an Irish pub ambiance. Fox's is owned by Tom and Frank Fox, whose parents, Frank and Therese, bought the Western Avenue location from Al Capone's sister back in 1964. The Fox family opened the doors to their Orland Park location in 1973 at 143rd and Ravinia Avenue. Chicagoans will recognize the stone turrets of their Irish castle, where great times have been celebrated for generations. Fox's is perfect for the whole family, pickup or delivery, or you can dine in, relax, and have a cocktail with your dinner. Whether it's steak, ribs, chicken, or especially pizza, it's all good. Having a party? Fox's also does catering. Call Fox's in Chicago's Beverly neighborhood at 773-239-3212 or in South Suburban Orland Park at 708-349-2111. Mention this show for a free toothpick.
Hey listeners, I know we don't talk about finance much on this show, outside maybe the amazing Bitcoin the Musical, which we currently have in development. But I do want to take a moment and tell you about two brothers who make this show possible and why you should consider having an honest conversation with them about the future of your finances. Mike and Dan Madden are the brains behind Madden Funds. They've been lifelong friends to Bill Clay and me, and we entrust the Maddens with our money and the precious donations of our listeners so we don't let outrageous ideas get the best of us. And you should too. Do yourself a favor and reach out to Dan or Mike Madden today to book a consultation on the future of your finances. If you have questions about your financial future or current situation, give them a call. The number is 708-848-3200. Again, that number is 708-848-3200. Or you can visit their website, Madden Funds, at www.maddenfunds.com. Again, maddenfunds.com.
Boom, we're back. Hooley's Houli.
Yes.
I guess we'd call this the fourth quarter of the program.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Christmas and then New Year's coming. I can't get a hold of anybody on the phone for like any work stuff or trying to like.
Work's done. That's it.
I think work was done 3 weeks ago. To tell you the truth, I mean, with the way that things, I couldn't. Nobody wanted to respond or meet.
It's not done. I mean, in certain industries, but most people have taken their pedal off the metal a little bit. If you're not in on your goals by now, you got some praying to do.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. If you're not hitting your goals, boys and girls, you best be getting on your knees and praying.
Although I've been there before in the liquor industry with my job, and you just get a miracle, like a Hail Mary gets thrown your way like right before New Year's.
Yeah, because you're in a. I wouldn't call your position high pressure sales though, but that is on premise kind of transactional. You know, where you do have to hit the bucket all the time.
Mike's asking what's hot this year for Christmas. It's always bourbon, you know. I that's what I would say. I'm so far removed because I'm only with one supplier now, and I only concentrate on really those brands. So I'm not getting to see all the other stuff that different suppliers are releasing or coming out with.
Yeah.
We have some new releases that we'll be launching in February and January and February, which are exciting for us.
New whiskey releases?
One new whiskey release, one new gin release.
What are they called? Like Wild Boy whiskey?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but it's not Wild Boy whiskey. No. Although you're onto something there.
I might be. What about Horse Mom stock? Something
Horse
like that.
Mom stock?
Yeah, Wild Boy whiskey.
Horse Mom private stock.
Right. Wild Boy's whiskey presents the Horse Mom Private Stock 18.
Yeah.
Distilled at Hustler Hollywood. In the back of the room.
Larry Flint had a horse ranch?
By the ghost of Lawrence Flint.
I wonder if Flint had a horse ranch. Wasn't he from...
No, I think Flint was from Cincinnati. Why are we talking about Flint so much?
Because you brought him up.
I know, he's an easy out. I was trying to circle back and, I want you to take my Flint bait and then throw it right back out somewhere else, hoping that it catches one of them big walleyes, like the videos I've been watching you look at in your phone during the break. That's like your weird stuff. Like, don't look at me. I'm looking at guys catching walleyes.
Yeah, that's what my reel is. That's all. We've talked about this.
That's what the algorithm is like. That's what it knows to send you. Like,
yeah, I watch fishing videos, like crazy fishing videos, all kinds of weird stuff. And I like animals, I like animals.
I watch lots of fishing videos, and I like animals.
I like the videos though where like animals are like, and I don't want to say it's like inhumane, but you see things where it's like two animals fighting. I love watching that stuff. Or like the suspense, like animal suspense type stuff. You're
like a gator about to eat like a little kitten, and it's just like, and the kitten's like, what is it? I don't know what it is.
I watched one tonight, and you thought a gator was gonna like eat a kitten, and the kitten ended up just going up and taking a piece of red meat out of its mouth. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have all the kinds of weird stuff too. Asian guys drawing eyebrows on their heads, and what's this everything? You've noticed this lately? Who are these guys that get like they line up their beards,
right?
Or they're like have a receding hairline, and they're putting in like this darkening stuff, and they're like, and it's like a straight line across their head,
like a makeup on their head.
That's like makeup
to
on
make
their
them
head,
look.
or their beard. Like there's like I saw this thing that looked like a brush that looked like
that thickens your beard. It's like fibers for your beard.
Yeah, it looks like fibers or like fake, like I don't know what it was, like eyelash, like it was for like. It'd be like if you took an eyelash thing and like perfectly like gave yourself some extra whiskers with it,
right?
And lined yourself up.
Yes,
it's bizarre to me.
Oh, you're seeing videos of guys.
Who are these people doing it? I mean, there's obviously people out there doing it because it's. I mean, I'm seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, we know. What's the point though? You're just saying like, what's the phenomena behind it? Like, what are they selling?
Maybe that would be a great Christmas gift.
One of those.
Hey, I got one of those things you can line your beard up.
Oh, it's like, is it like a ruler that you put on your face? Like,
I've seen that.
And then it gets like
I've seen like the one like that too. That's like it's like you shave with it. Maybe we should do that. Maybe after the first of the year, I purchase something like that, and I give myself like a line.
You don't see a lot of like CEOs that look like that.
No. Yeah.
Like line me up, dog. Like or like with their beard like perfectly. Like maybe in Arab countries you might. I take that back. But here in the States, you don't see a lot of like with a guy with like perfectly manicured, like the line, everything. Like they look a little bit like wow, was Snow like that in his Informer video?
Yeah, Snow was like that.
Like the line beard. Remember that? That was a thing. Did Travis Kelce have a line beard at one point?
He might have.
I think he seems like the perfect candidate for that. I wonder if T Swift will ask him like to bring the line beard back.
I should do a line beard, like a skinny line beard.
Why do you say it like that, like a skinny line beard?
I don't know. It would make it look so creepy, wouldn't it?
You know what I'm gonna do for Christmas? I'm gonna give myself a skinny line beard.
New Year's resolution: line beards for everyone.
What's a line beard? I'm gonna put that on my Bumble. Line beard enthusiast. Horse daddy. Tom Brady lover.
Yeah. Any stocking stuffers for you?
We talked about it.
I
Lotto
know.
tickets.
Lotto tickets. Other than that, like you don't want like a line thing or
More cheaters. I've been wearing. I got these at the dollar store. Check these out. Sophisticated. Now I can sound even. Now I maybe look smart while I say really dumb things.
I actually took you up on that, and I've started to travel with my cheaters now.
Oh, we're the Cheater Brothers. We're the. Look at this.
Yeah. I don't know if I like mine as much as yours, but mine are $1 and yours are probably...
No, I got these for $1 too. # dollar store.
I thought those were Fosse de Grand.
I got a pair of those too, but those are only for special occasions.
Oh.
Those are for reading at home. These are for losing in the truck when you're on an excursion with your horse mommy.
Oh, wow. Let me see those for a second.
Yeah,
try a little peek. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I stand,
Where you stand in the glasses universe of picking a style for yourself?
Yeah, these are a little bit better than the ones I had on. The other ones are a little too strong.
Okay.
But these
are
bad.
1.25s. What I was getting at, though, is it's the first time in my life I've ever had to try to use these. And, Mike, I went to the doctor. Like, it's not helping me the way that I thought I would. I'm still having this, feels like there's, like, sand in my eye. Now I'm looking it up, and I think I have Bezos-Georgian's disease.
What?
I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's one of my new ailments that I've been working out for myself and thinking of, I'm like, well, my eye's still bugging me. Not to the point of, like, bugging me, but I thought that I thought this was the solution to what was going on. Mm-hmm. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure yet.
Oh, okay.
So
what about the hot compress that you were talking about?
I've been doing the hot compress on the eyes.
All right. Is it helping?
That's where you put I have to heat the washcloth up and put it over my eyes for 5 minutes a day.
I was at a dinner the other
No, it's
day.
not helping yet.
I was at a dinner the other day at an establishment in the city, a very nice establishment, where they bring out, in between kind of courses, they bring out hot towels for everyone at the table.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Have you ever, and I actually took it, put a little bit on my hands, and then just did that to my face. Is that unacceptable?
I know. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't think blowing a snot rocket into it would be acceptable. You ever seen
if
a
you
guy like
opened
that?
your sinuses up and you went, oh, and then just horked into it.
You ever seen a guy do that at a restaurant?
When's the steak tartare coming? Get rid of that for me.
You ever seen a guy just blow his nose in the napkin at the restaurant? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's obnoxious. I don't understand how anybody could just do that. Why don't you just grab the tablecloth and go? Yeah, I don't get it.
That crossed my mind when I had it. I was like, wow.
But they don't see any difference. And then, nobody carries handkerchiefs anymore, really.
Notice that.
You don't see that very often.
No.
And if you do see a guy walking around with a hanky, you're like, oh, look at that walking disease ball. The guy's just walking around with that in his pocket all day and pulling it out and going,
I always thought it was disgusting of the thought that you would blow your nose, put it back in a little
Fold
thing,
it up and put it back in your-
back in your
right.
pocket. Oh.
our dad used to say, a gentleman always has a handkerchief. Mike's like, oh, it's like keeping toilet paper. Yeah, that's close, but not quite. That's a little different. And I'm sure there's that guy out there who's like at his desk, like, he goes, oh. And he looks at it. Put it in his pocket. I got to finish my report.
Yikes!
I'm working on my wax figure museum report. I'm going to be Larry Flint. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. Put this in my pocket. Nobody talks to me anyway. Just a bunch of horse moms around this office.
You would need, actually, a gentleman does always carry a handkerchief. So I can think of if someone was crying, you need to have them, or.
No, dude. Like,
if you have to go to the worst public bathroom ever and there's no toilet paper, you're happy you have that handkerchief.
I'll tell you, sure, Bill. Yeah. You're like the old aunt, you're happy you have that handkerchief if you're ever at a rest stop somewhere and you fart and poo and there's no toilet paper. Then you're going to be real thankful that you have that handkerchief.
That discussion.
Oh, thanks.
That discussion's
kidding.
That discussion's happening this Christmas. Some kid gets handkerchiefs.
Oh, a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're going to love that handkerchief someday. Because when you're 17 and you've had over 16 White Claws and you're on a trip with your deadhead friends and you fart and poo in your shorts and you're in the middle of nowhere, guess what you're going to have?
You're going to be glad that Auntie Pammy bought you those.
You're going to be thankful for Auntie Pammy's handkerchief. Now scratch that ticket off and let me know if you want or not. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? We're at the end.
We are.
It got silly at the end.
I know.
As it always
Merry
does.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll be back before the New Year.
Yes, we will.
I do want to thank our sponsors again. That's Fox's Pizza out in Palos in Mokino.
Not Palos.
Orland Park in Mokino.
Yes. Orland Park and Mokino. We were saying Frankfurt earlier. Or are we getting this confused? You're the ones screwing it up.
Fox's. Blood Brothers Disposal. Guinness Irish Stout. Madden Funds. If you've enjoyed the last hour, go to hibernianradio.org or search for us at Hooley's Hooley Show at iTunes. Until next week.
Bye.